Hey, Don here. Okay, gonna go today, this evening. I'm gonna try to finish. Go ahead and hang up that, install that Ctronics Security Cam, and let me really check my audio on the stream here. Okay, that seems so far. Haven't heard of my audio yet. I guess because I quit talking to do that. I do hear sound though. I think it might be way behind. Yep. Oh, it's way more behind than I thought it was. Uh, Let me stop this stream. It's just too bad to leave that way. And start another one. I'll close. Sometimes if I just close OBS and open it back up. Let me look here. No, it's not that far behind. It's the stream. My camera's okay. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm crazy again today. Maybe it just started working. It does that lately. They'll start out real bad and then straighten up after they run a little bit. The audio's coming off of, used to be this camera right here. It's the one I always like to use. They're all the same thing, Alcatel A845L. And I was using it yesterday, and these batteries are swollen real bad. I've only got one that's not swollen. They're all swollen now, but I've been using them. This one, it did it once in this phone 3, first time it ever happened. And then I left it out on the table for a couple of months, and it went back down, and I started using it again. And it was fine until I started using, actually it was the phone 2 I started using as, well, whichever one it was. I was using one of them as a 24/7 surveillance camera out the window. Another battery started swelling. And and so then, well, that one you can't get it, you can't even get it to sit down in the phone and make contact anymore. It swelled so bad, and it's been out for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, I don't even know anymore. It's a month again. And so what I've been doing lately is when I'm making videos, I've been putting a battery in the phone 3 and and one in whichever other camera I'm using. And because I've only got 2 batteries now that can work, and one of them's swollen quite a bit, and it really swells the phone a lot, but it's still working. So right now it's in phone 2, and well, it started at, I lost my audio because I wasn't thinking. I installed TinyCam on phone 3, and it's also sending my audio to my over the Wi-Fi to my stream. So when that TinyCam app, it does audio too. When it came on, it killed the audio. So sometimes the first app will keep the audio. Sometimes the second one will kill it. You never know. When computers does that too. If you try to open 2 video apps or something, or 2 audio apps, usually you get an error on the computer saying I can't capture the audio. Didn't on the phone, it just killed it. So I didn't know it for 10 or more minutes that I didn't have audio because I was outside. Couldn't look at my screen here. So today I'm going to do it different. And also it was going nuts. I think it's the swelling. It's kind of, yeah, I think this is the one where it's kind of actually pulled the front face loose a little bit. And if you try to when you hit the back button or if you hit the home button, random apps will open up. And even if all you do is bump it, it seems like. So I think the swelling has really kind of messed up the whole, kind of like the screen, the touch screen. And so the other 2 seem fine. So doing, how am I doing this? I'm confused as all. Oh, I didn't. I thought it was more awake than this. This is phone 2. I decided not to do that because I would have to change so many settings in OBS. I went ahead. What I did is I took the phone battery out of 2, put it into 3 to use it like I've been doing, and I stuck it in the bag and I left it running, and it, so far so good. As long as I don't take it, see, yesterday I took it out of the bag and that made all kinds of things happen. To use the Tiny Cam Pro. I shouldn't even explain things. I don't even know what I'm doing. So Cam 1 is still like it was. I've been using it for surveillance camera, but I have to just turn off all the auto record and night vision because it's fixing to be dark. It's I started getting ready to do this at like 2 or 2:30. Thought I'd have an hour and a half of daylight, but I'm going to be doing this in the dark. Well, not in the dark. I've got a big old light out there. I can do it just fine. I just wanted to do it in the daytime. So it's going to be a night install, but it'll be, light-wise it'll be fine over there at the garage. That's where I'm going to put it, over the garage doors, maybe at the cars, and hopefully I'll get the mailbox too. So I need Tiny Cam Pro. That's what I'm using to be able to see where they aim the camera while I'm outside. I tried my 10-inch tablet would be pretty ideal, big enough screen for me to really see, but I found out after trying it, it wouldn't play, wouldn't play right. It was dropping too many frames. It was only getting, the best it could get was 2 frames per second. That's it tells you in Tiny Cam Pro what you're getting. And so I thought, wait a minute, is that Wi-Fi slow on that thing or something? Sure enough, it was only 15 megabits a second. So I guess it's got a bad chip or something. I never think I ever measured it. I thought it would have a better chip than what's in my phones. They'll get 72 sometimes, but generally it's 25 to 35. Usually it stays around 30. So they do better actually than the tablet, although it's a 4-inch screen. So, but that is good enough for me to aim the camera. But so I put Tiny Cam Pro on phone 3, but it's being used for audio, and if I turn it on in there, it'll kill my audio. It's being used for my Wi-Fi mic, my lapel mics. So Cam 1, I need to put Tiny Cam Pro on Cam 1, not Pro, free. They have a Pro. I'm going to use the free. So I've already got that opened up, and let's see, desktop. Check sound again. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. See, my stream is, it's a bit behind. It's natural and it's actually good because if you have some little bit of latency on your end, then you won't lose your stream for so many seconds, 10 or 20. So it throws me off when I'm trying to figure things out. So it says it's installed. It picked Cam 2, but I actually want it on Cam 1. And see, I have you can see that you can tell when you click in here. You can see you got more than one phone on the same account. It kind of turns me in circles sometimes because it always says installs even if you uninstall it from all your phones. So you have to go just try again and see. And so that's the one I put it on yesterday. Today I want it on 1. And so, and it tells you all the things it's going to access, which is quite a bit, but I'm not, I need the app, so I'm going to do this. I might take it off later if I won't really be using it on the phones myself. It's too little to see, so I probably will take them off to not use up space and memory on my phones because I only got 1 gig of RAM on these phones. They're quad cores, but they only got 1 gig of RAM, so they can fill it up pretty quick if you're running a bunch of stuff. Okay, will be installed. Now, I was thinking I was going to be able to get my camera on a close-up and show you, on the phone as I set it up, but I can't because it's the only camera I've got to use right now. So other than an old webcam, but then again, I don't want to run, they're not good enough to use anyway. I do have my endoscope, but the other day I tried to use it and it wouldn't work. It might work today. So I've done that once before. But I don't want to overwhelm the computer because I'm going to be running that ONVIF viewer this time so that you can see when I'm aiming the camera. And that's going to be a real resource user, so I don't want to get the computer already, the resources used up for that old USB, because even when you unplug it, unless you reboot, it really doesn't recover completely. So we're on the desktop, and you're just watching my admin screen. Actually, I don't need this anymore. Should be okay. I just don't have. Well, I could show it. You know, I could show it. I was thinking that a while ago, and then I forgot again. I can show it with the security camera. So let's close this. I'll do that because I was really wanting to show it. Let me get the security camera plugged in. I can't show you anything. I'll just leave it on the admin screen until I. Okay, so I can set this security camera wherever I need to. It's going to be a little tricky because I don't know. Maybe I can do that. We'll see. Be a little tricky to do, but I don't have it on the board anymore. You know, I took it off, and the stand that I was clamping it in yesterday is the one that Cam 1 is in. That's how I normally do it. So, but it's sitting in the box, waiting for me to do something with it. So, I was thinking, well, there's no point in plugging it in the house and then unplugging it and then taking it outside to hook it up. I was trying to make it faster before dark, but good luck for me with that. So that's okay. I think I can still get it done. It's supposed to rain tonight. I was afraid it was. I knew that we had a chance of rain. I have to unplug things. Got a hold of the wrong cord. The one to one of my backup drives. I was trying to. It looks just like it. And I grabbed it, tried to stretch it out to find the end of it, and it was starting to yank things off from down there. Okay, let's see now. Plug you in. Not sure where I want to put it, but yeah, that's a high resolution camera. I can point that at my phones. I don't think I can sit here and hold it though. Oh yeah, I need this. Oh, here we go. Maybe this will work. Yeah, that might work. If I get it right there. It's a wide angle, so we'll see if that works. Oops. Trying to get it so that I don't accidentally yank it off the table. We'll get the cord out of the way. Okay, am I on the desktop still? I believe so. Yeah, okay, so on the desktop, I've got me a quick start icon on my desktop now up there. This is Fedora 28 Linux. During all this time of setting this thing up, I've been working on it a week. It was hard to get the Wi-Fi. It was hard to figure out the Wi-Fi settings and stuff. And I do IP streaming. I've done for over first USB starting in Windows 98, and then I went to my phones about 4 years ago. Now it's upside down, so we'll see if that even matters here in a minute. I think it will matter. We're going to leave it like that for now. It looks really funky. I don't think I can turn it any other. Let's see if I can. I don't think it matters which way Yeah, that looks a heck of a lot better, doesn't it? And then what I'll figure out once I get things started, I'll figure out what to do to get it. I got this little keyboard. I can't type on a phone to save my life, and so I forgot about this thing most of the time. But I bought this for my mom 2 or 3 years ago. She doesn't really hardly ever use it. Let's see. Guess I'll put it right in the middle. That's the way it's so little. It's hard to get. I learned my home keys in 7th grade. I took a typing class, and I actually never got anything out of that until I got into computers. You know what? What's the deal here? There's not enough keys in the middle. This ain't right. So you should have G and H. If you're on J, G and H, okay. Oh, that is right. I just wasn't realizing. Okay, so I didn't remember that my little finger was going to be on the semicolon and the colon. I don't think about it anymore. I just do it, you know. Anyway, this thing is so different. You can see the difference. I mean, look at this. Is the only keyboard I can type on. Well, I bought these in 2000 or 202 or something like that. I had 2 of them, 2 different colors. HP keyboards. I got them for 10 or 12 bucks. Bought one, I liked it so well, I bought another one because they were still cheap. Because I knew they were, you know, not going to be making them anymore. And I love these things. They have a real knob for the volume. And back then, I really thought I'd like all the multimedia keys. I was still on dial-up internet back then. So, to work. Be midnight before I go outside. Okay. Phone. Okay, so the one that we're on desktop, that's what we need. Okay. Now the one camera one. Let's see. Yeah, I can minimize this. Wait a minute. Oh, this one's not using audio, so it won't hurt anything. Because this the tiny cam does do video. The other time, dadgummit. The other time, yesterday, the problem was I was only doing audio on Cam 3 and it killed the audio. But this is an audio and video app. Okay. So this one needs to keep working for audio but not video. And I thought, okay, I'm in the clear. But guess what? It's probably going to kill the video too. It's going to fight. One of them's going to win out. So, did I close it by accident? I think so. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do then, the tablet does work, it just doesn't work well. Okay. I think we've got video again. Let's put this back up here. Yeah, I'm not going to set it up. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to, it should be installed, but I'm not going to set it up because I'm going to mess things up. Now, I want to close this ONVIF app for now. I don't want to run it. I'm going to run it while I'm outside. I'll come in after I get set up. After I get this camera plugged in outside, then I'll come in. So I'll just go ahead and get the tablet. But I did notice something. I noticed that the settings, pictures froze. I must have jacked things up when I played with it. Is it back? No. Oh, yes it is. Good. I thought I'd ruined everything. I was going to have to restart my OBS and everything. I would have to restart my stream. See, if you close OBS, of course, you lose your stream. Okay, so I'm going to go. I'm going to run in the living room. I'm not going to take the camera because, whoops, cables. I was shoving in my keyboard and the cable started going with it because I have it up there to keep it off where I don't get into it. So I'm going to run just run there and grab that tablet, and but I want to carry the camera in the living room. Somebody's in there watching TV.
Find your tickets at DallasSummerMusicals.org.
Okay, I'm back. I guess I'm not in my bag that I have my audio camera in. It's, you know, you wear it around your waist. No matter what I do, it wants to sag. Giving me troubles. Okay, so I'm gonna get this tablet, and I can turn that camera around there. Oh, I closed that ONVIF here. Well, we can open it back up. Let's see. I'll get the tablet running, and I think I can set it to where it can be seen. By the phone, like I did last time, and use the, like, I mean, I still got to have it within reach to touch, you know, touch the screen, because this is only a keyboard. It doesn't have a, yeah, there we go. This viewer is kind of funky. It makes it look like the video is taller than it is wide, but what I think it's really doing is making it fit sideways but not up and down until you do that. But it's the only one I found that I can easily get up and running on my Fedora system. There's some more that I downloaded. This is not in the repos. I looked. There's not any in the repos. It's the one that I downloaded and installed from, I think it was off of GitHub. But it's a nice tablet, and I really thought it's newer than the phones. I thought it would have a faster Wi-Fi. But I got to thinking yesterday when I realized I had select generic for the camera, and on the phone I saw that there was ONVIF. That you could select. And I looked, on this one. I didn't ever see the right brand, the Ctronics brand. They have a lot of brands listed in there. So, Tiny Cam free. The power shows 26%. It almost always does that when you boot it up, and if you reboot it, it'll go back to show what it really is, and it's going to be like about 95 to 100% because it was plugged in. Oh, the audio's on. Oh, and I can hear myself. Check 1, 2. Last time I tried it, it didn't work. I think it was because the check 1, 2. Check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check, check. And that's going to start feeding back. They default this app to the audio being muted, which is probably the best thing. Now, well, I turned it on thinking, well, the camera's gonna be outside. You're not gonna have a feedback problem. But of course, with me doing all this, I am having a feedback problem. Okay, now see, that's what the camera does. It just barely moves. It's only getting. Oh, you have to hit a button. Let's see. Hit that 2 or 3 times, and you'll see the frames. It's 0.3 frames per second right now. It's not even 2 right now. So I'll leave it like that, so maybe I can tell here in a minute. Now, I'm going to move stuff so that I can... Well, I got to be able to reach this. There. I can just reach it like that. So if I put this down, there's going to be a problem with this being too tall, though. Yep, that's too tall. So, I guess I'll go ahead. Let me see, can I do it that way? No, I can't use the camera that I'm setting up. I'm going to do a reset up, so. Let's see if I can do this. There. I guess I may not need the touchscreen a whole lot during this process, so maybe I can do this. Just put it out there. I can still see it. Can't tell how I'm aimed, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Close that now. Now, camera 1. I almost got it. See, I can't ever aim by the. Oops, that's too much. That's a little crooked, but you can see the whole thing, so that's good. There. Okay. Now, I'm used to actually this one I can use my mouse on it. I just remembered mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I think I will because I don't think this. Well, let's see if it's already hooked up to it. Probably not. It'll be quicker to plug in that mouse and keyboard. Oh, I didn't. You can't get to it. I've been doing this actually to make the camera work. I've been sticking a ink pen down in the bottom of this holder because it would make the camera stick up high enough. But the other problem is you can't mash the darn buttons. Back, the home and the back buttons, the way this holder gets in the way. I was about ready to hot glue it in the right place, and then I decided I didn't want to do that. I might, permanently probably have to tear it up to get it out of there, I wasn't going to put a lot in there, but. Oh, I can hear my sound. Yeah, so the camera, the mic is working. I can hear me, a little telltale behind, but I thought oh no, I do still have that camera running. It's the one. I thought I turned it off. But I still heard myself talking. not making sense to me. Well, let's go ahead and, oh, it's still connected to, no, I turned the camera, no, the camera's running. I just turned it off, the viewer off in my computer. All right, so that's fine. All right, so, get that a little more straight. That's actually not better, it's worse, okay. Even though it's my camera in the tripod, it's probably how it's leaning. A little too fidgety with this, aren't I? Okay, so that's good enough to tell what's going on. So now I'm going to reset up the, you know, how do you, oh, I guess I'm going to have to, yeah, I didn't actually mean to kill the app, did I? Okay. I'll have to delete this camera and, let's see, you know what, I probably should turn it off. I don't know if that matters. Well, actually, I don't think it would matter. Okay, so I'm going to get in there and delete that camera. And, oh, the keyboard. Yeah, I was going to see if the keyboard worked. Well, before I start, I'm going to do what I think actually will. It'll not only make it easier for me to do this, but it will. Uh-oh, did it again. I was trying to hit the unmute button and I hit the video line and made my preview go all the way back to the beginning. So this time I just reloaded it. Now I'm going to hook up change my wireless keyboard away from my laptop and put it, oh yeah, I just unplugged it. Put it on that, because that works really good. I'll have to delete this camera. Okay, now I can mute that with the mute button. I used to do sound for bands, and I loved doing a lot of things, you know, lots of knobs and controls. But of course, this is audio and video, so it's a little more. It's not as well. I think it is more complicated, really. But I'm 20 years older, and my brain. Well, I have health problems with my brain. My memory doesn't work near as well as it should, even at my age. Okay, so now I got me a mouse and a keyboard. I don't need this little one anymore. Doesn't mean you need to throw it down and break it. Dang it. I drop everything, and it's not because I'm just butterfingers. That's another problem. Okay, so I do not want that falling and getting broken. I think I put it there. Okay, now back to this. Now, I already have the app on there, and oh, I got it. Okay, I was like, why am I seeing the keyboards in my preview? Because that's where the security cam is aimed. Okay, it confuses me. It means things aimed at the same area. I don't remember where the camera settings. I don't want camera settings. Well, let's see. That might be where the delete is. It's okay. Oh, I think let's try just changing the settings. Oh, it is set to ONVIF. I thought I had set, maybe it did it when I put it on generic. Probably shouldn't mess with anything, but I thought I put it on generic, and either I actually did see the ONVIF and select that, or it did it for me. I don't know when I put generic in there. And you don't have another choice there, so it's all up and going. So when you see, I don't know what's making it do that, but now the rolling the mouse wheel's making it zoom in and out. It's cool that you can do that though. Look how detailed that is compared to my other cameras. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to turn this app off now. Leave the tablet running. That was okay. I thought I had to do a lot of setup and I was going to have to be typing, so I didn't actually need to hook up that mouse or anything, did I? All right, but now we know. Now we know. And one good thing about these, you can plug and unplug them with everything running. It doesn't hurt a thing. So USB, dongle for that. Okay, so let me get my head all figured out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to carry all this stuff outside and get started, and now it definitely is absolutely dark outside. What time is it? It's 5:38. They say it gets dark about, yesterday it was supposed to get dark at 5:30, and it is completely dark now, so that's all right. Like I said, I got a big light out there. So I might carry a camera out and then come back and get the other stuff or something like that. But first, let's go ahead and unplug this security camera. That's how you turn that on and off. There's a reset button on there, and I thought it was a restart button, more like usually they are. But no, it resets the software inside the camera. So don't think of it as a restart button. It's more than that. I'll put this in the box somehow here. Try to do it. You have to take the antenna off to get it back in the box, and I did that the other day, and then when I put it back on, I didn't see straight because I don't see it that good, and I actually had it on there a little bit. Let me see something here. I had it on there. Wasn't all the way on. It was cross-threaded, and it wasn't screwed all the way on, and I didn't know it until I went to take it off again. And well, one thing I wanted to see if I have other bits that will fit these. Oh yeah, that'll fit well enough to work perfect. It dawned on me today when I had that in my hand. These are like star bits, but they fit in that element in pretty good. And I got a bunch more out in the garage, but different sizes. There might be one just next size up that would fit it better. This is probably an American measurement, why it's kind of loose there. But it seems a little looser than I'd want it to be. But anyway, because Allen wrenches, I've got a nice one, just a nice regular Allen wrench that I got in my back pocket that I've been using on it. But they're so fumbly, I drop them easy because they're small. So and this time when I really put it up, I'll have to get out. All my batteries on my cordless drills are dead, and I need new batteries. But I've got my old trusty Makita electric drill that I got, corded drill that I got back in the 80s when I was a cabinet maker back in, I don't know, 82, 83. Still works great. One time the cord, where it goes into the handle, the wires inside broke, and so I cut off the bad stuff, put it back in there, and reattached it to the trigger, and that's been another. That was after it was 30 years old, and now been another 20 years or more. So and when those were brand new, that was like, because in those days, in the 70s and 80s, we used American-made tools, and there was actually American-made tools to buy. They weren't made overseas and branded American. And this was a new up-and-coming brand, and the Makita. And my guy I worked for, he's my safety glasses. He heard real good things about them, and they were a good price back then. They weren't expensive like they are now. Cheaper than Rockwell or Porter Cable or whatever, that we've been using. And so he bought a bunch of them, and they held up really well. So I went, and he got me. He said, if y'all want one for yourself, I'll get you a good price. So I got me one. Good, one of the best tools I ever bought. Okay, so and that was a surprise back then. Nowadays, of course, everybody. Well, I guarantee if you buy a brand new corded electric Makita drill, it wouldn't last like this one has. Nothing does anymore. But anyway. But I think it's better than, say, like Black & Decker used to be a pretty good tool. It was always kind of a budget tool, but it was American made, and it was a pretty good tool. If you wouldn't want to use it every day, all day, but if it's just, once in a while at home or on the weekends kind of thing, yeah, all right. Well, it did go out. I had a Black & Decker drill, and after 10 or 15 years, it went out, wore out. But I think that's only 3 drills I've had. I had one when I was a kid. It was a cheap old brand, a big old green drill, light green color. Don't know what brand it was. That was my first power tool when I was 10, I think around 10 years old. And then got a saber saw and then a circular saw. The saber saw is long gone, but the circular saw was a J.C. Penney's. It still works, but the bearing's bad, and I always have to lubricate it to keep it going. And I also have I've got a Craftsman that's in good shape still, and I got it back in the 80s, or late 70s or early 80s. I'm going on like a nut. Okay, so scatterbraiding. Okay, so I think I'll carry just the camera and what I can get in my hands, and then come back and get. And then I won't carry the camera back and forth because I just can't. I can't carry everything. But you will be able to hear me. So that's what I'll do. Okay, as long as my wireless keeps working good, and that way when I get back in here, I'll be able to take a look and make sure it's still working and everything. Okay. Because I can't see what my stream's doing once I go away from my desktop. See if it's okay. And that's what happened to me yesterday. Actually lost my audio. Okay, the camera needs to be unplugged now. It's still plugged in, and I've got it in its box. No, I did unplug it. Okay. So I will roll this cable up because otherwise it'll be a mess. That's why I leave the twisties on there. If you just try, if I just try to like throw them in the box rolled up, it'll all jump out of there like a frog. It'll be all over the place when I try to carry it. Okay, now I have to keep my cameras plugged in because they will only last at the most about 10 minutes with on the battery right when you're streaming or recording any kind of video. If you use this IP webcam or when I record, I use. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking. Don't get dizzy. When you use the cables are fighting me. I was trying to unwind the cable. Okay. Get my little drill. I'm gonna take it for sure. Stick it in my pocket. I'm gonna be ended up being thirsty out there, so it's good. I want one more drink of coffee before I go. Now I'll take my water with me. And that much I can carry. And then I'll come back and get the rest. I'm gonna try to hang that camera up. Tonight? Yeah. Got light. Where I'm at, I'll have light. Get this thing plugged up, get it aimed somehow. I was gonna aim it that direction, but that was Mom in there. Getting clothes in the dryer. Oh, that's gonna pick up in the mic, but I can't help it now. And okay, now. There I am. I'm going to put this up kind of as high as I can. I think it'll end up being good. Whoops. If this doesn't fall, maybe if I put it here, it'll be better. No, that'll be worse. Let's try putting it here for now. Yeah. And we'll just aim it out the door. I'm going to open the door. Okay. So there's where we're going, and yeah, I'll just keep it going that way until I come back. Wet, so let's don't get. It has already started misting. I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, it's already started misting. I didn't know that. A little bit, or it has been. Okay, everything looks okay, I think. Audio's still working? Yep. Heading back out to the garage.
Verbally and psychologically abusing her boyfriend, sending more than 47,000 texts in 2 months. Some telling him to go kill himself or go die. But they say he used people to move on more messages.
All right, now, got the camera. Got so much junk on my. All that junk you can see in the picture is. That is my table saw table I built, and it has a table saw under it. I couldn't use it. It takes 2 hours to get it ready to use it now, moving all that stuff. I said I wasn't going to do that, but that was the first thing I did. It didn't take 6 months to a year to fill it up with stuff. So I don't know where I'm going to put everything. That's for sure, as I'm working. But yeah, I came out earlier and it wasn't raining or anything, and they sounded like it was going to rain tonight maybe, but not now. Acorns are falling. I keep thinking, what the heck is that? But it has misted some of it. There's a little mist. I went out there to look. It's not much. I don't think it's even doing it right now. But you know where I'm going to hang it. I'm not worried about me getting too wet, but I am concerned about the tablet. Number one, this security cam is made to be outside, so that's not a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and set this out there. It's not a real big job. The video was 10 times the job of the. I just wanted to make the video, you know. Especially since I've been working on this so long here for over a week. Yeah, that's going to change how I'm going to be able to, where I can set the camera, where I can set everything. But I think it's going to work out. Okay, I have to get my drill out from up in there, down in there. Okay, it's behind all that. Yeah, I put more junk in there since I set that up. Okay. see if I can set some of these boxes here. Now, I should be able to move my workbench, this stuff out of the way. Okay, come on, drill. Come out of here. Actually, I'll just use these. Go ahead and use these. I can't see what I'm aimed. Go ahead and use the. That'll be my workbench. That's what I use them for. You notice. Sometimes I actually use them to hold up a whole. I got an old door over there, hollow core door. It's lightweight and I can carry it around easy. Okay, so main thing I'm going to want the drill for is to drive screw. Well, I have to enlarge that hole. I was thinking I'll just leave it there until I'm ready to use it. I'll have to have some. First, I'm going to see exactly where I want it, where I want to aim it. So that's why I was thinking I can just climb the ladder. And let's go take the camera out there, and we'll climb the ladder and hold it. And that was what I was going to do, is hold the tablet or the phone in one hand and the there we go. I can't see where I'm aiming that way though, can I? If I knew it wasn't going to sprinkle, it's not. I'm afraid it'll just start sprinkling as soon as I. Let's see if I can get a little in a better camera angle here. Oh, it's sprinkling right now. Okay, so I'm not going to put the phone out in where it can get wet. Oh, I can just see that. Okay. So there's no need in. Oh yeah, if you move it to look at it. I don't need to show the inside of the garage, so I'll do that. And up high is where I'm going to want it. Whoops, how high do I want it? Shining right at the light, huh? There's the light, so that's. I'll just go just below the light because I'm not going to be that high myself. Hopefully that's where you can kind of tell what's going on. I was wanting to do a different angle, but I don't want that phone out in the. It could just start raining in any second, you know, really. I don't want to ruin the phone. I got one of them wet once. I actually sprayed it with water one time by accident. Okay. Good place to set that. And yeah, it's misting just a hair. So it's been such a beautiful week, and I was not able to get the Wi-Fi figured out. And so here I am when the weather changes. Isn't that life? Okay. I mean, I don't have to do it right now, but tomorrow's supposed to rain. And I want to get it up. It's supposed to get cold tomorrow, too. There's already a hole here. There used to be a light here. That's not going to work, though. Yeah, I need a rod or something to go all the way through. I don't need it through the hole yet. Not until I got to drill it out and all, so it'd be kind of silly to fish it through there right now. What I want to do is send the oh, I didn't go in. Okay, well, so plug this in. I'll leave this in out of the rain. I don't want it getting damp or anything yet. So I'll plug this in. Set it somewhere. I'm not quite sure where I want to plug it in. This time, last time I used it drag around a 6-way. This time I'm going to use two. I've got 3 cords out here. I think they're all 3 of them plugged in. So one for the drill, one for the. Yeah, I'll use this one over here for this, and the other one for the drill. That should work. Now, not quite sure how I want to do this. I know you can't see me, but I guess I can get out to where you can see me. It's not that it's such a big, wonderful thing to see, but it is a point of making a video, isn't it? So, fighting cords now. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Yesterday it just tangled up on me. I need to get out enough cord. That's enough right there. Okay. Okay, so what I was getting at here is the can't really see me. I have a thing on my cord that I can shove things through, and then it'll keep you from yanking somebody else outside doing something in the dark. Okay, I think this will work. I've never tried it on one of these kind, but I think it'll still help. Yeah, I think it helps. Keep you from unplugging when you pull around on it. I didn't want to. I usually just tie them in a knot, but this tiny little cord, I didn't think it would really help. So, let's see. Where's the camera at? Get it plugged in. Yeah, I have to go back in and set the desktop to. I'm going to set it to split view. One on the camera that I'm, that you can see right now, and one on the desktop view of this camera. That should work out. Now, just set it somewhere. I'll have to readjust it, I think. Yes, I will. It's turned. So, it's not really what I was thinking. There we go. I'll just leave it right there. That'll be looking outside. Okay, so now I gotta go back in and do that. Let me make sure my ladder's safe. Yeah, well, that side wasn't completely expanded. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in and switch the camera view so it'll be a little better. And okay, now, and I'll see if the audio's still working too. I'm tripping over everything. I don't have much space to walk.
Tornadoes ripped across North Texas last month and left a Home Depot in Dallas exposed to movers. Home Depot hired
Okay, I've actually got that aimed okay. Not great. You can't actually see what I'm doing up there though. Maybe, well, if I set it out there and it's probably just gonna mist. But if I set it out there, then the mist will get on the camera lens, and then you won't see nothing but water drops. So yeah. Check 1, 2. Okay, well, we've lost. I don't know how long the audio's been down. I just now realized it's down. I think it was up until I thought I did see it, and then when I opened the ONVIF viewer, let's see, I've got myself confused now, but I put it on camera 1 and desktop. Desktop works fine. And I was seeing the camera just fine. And then I went over there and opened up ONVIF viewer. Let's go to the desktop. Do it again. But it couldn't communicate with the camera. You might have seen that but not heard anything. And I think it's because just being inside of the garage there where I have it, it's not going to work. It worked yesterday outside of the garage, but it can't communicate with it. It says when you go to the view, it tells you the error. ONVIF device connection private, get capabilities error. C1ST, fault 99, host unreachable. So I believe if I brought it out of the garage, yesterday it worked out there. I didn't ever take it inside the garage. I just had it out there where in the area where I was thinking of mounting it, and over there on the porch where I was thinking of mounting it, and it never lost anything. So but what I don't get is why all of a sudden the camera lost its stream. So and it hasn't come back. I mean, maybe the same. Well, it's out right in the garage door, and it was working when I came in here. So I'm wondering if turning on the ONVIF, it shouldn't. It hasn't before. I've turned it on and off several times. While I was making videos, it's never killed my audio or interfered with my video on OBS Studio. OBS Studio is better about that. You can have it running and open other audio video apps, and it usually just keeps right on chugging. I was talking about having that trouble. My mic's sagging again. Talking about having that trouble yesterday. Yesterday and today, and getting all confused about what to try to do with the phones, and I almost tried to do the same basic thing, so I'm going to try to run that. I was going to be making video on Cam 1, but not audio, so I thought, well, I can put the tiny Cam viewer on there, and I installed it, and then I realized, no, wait. Just because I'm not doing audio doesn't mean it won't kill the video. So now the audio, and all my videos killed. They're both still running out there. So I may just have to, what I do sometimes when I'm out in the garage is I just record a video straight onto the phone, and then I have to upload it. And later, which, takes a lot of time and everything, but boy, this has turned into a mess. So, don't even have a camera to show. Nothing works. All right, so, I was about ready to, since it's sprinkling and stuff, I was thinking, okay, maybe I should just give up and not try to install it, but as long as it's not actually raining, if it's still it's not actually sprinkling, it's just mist, so it's not cold or anything, and it's going to get cold. So 75 degrees in Fort Worth, and it was 70, a little cooler here earlier. I've got indoor outdoor antenna, but anyway, antenna. I'll switch it. Okay, so I got to kill this stream is what I'm rumbling around about. I don't got a stream anymore, and the only way I can recover it is to close OBS, restart everything, and just try again. It could be that, my router. Oh, let me see if I've got a stream. Yes, I still have a stream. So let me see if the sounds. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with my stream, so it's not my router or my modem. Well, my modem wouldn't have anything to do with my local cameras. So it's just that there, maybe the weather, yeah, that's true. The weather can really changes the way radio signals work. So this is all radio signals. Wi-Fi is a radio signal. So just in a different bandwidth, it's not AM or FM, it's 2.4 gigahertz is what I'm using. So, yeah, so there's nothing wrong with, I thought, well, what is my router? Yesterday, right before I went to bed, the internet wasn't working. Somebody told me, and I rebooted everything, and I guess it started working. I don't know. I was going to bed, so I went straight to bed. But I'd never seen anything else. So, yeah. I'm going to kill this. And really, yeah, there's no point in me going, let's see. Of course, that'll mean I can't show. Thought it'd be really cool to show the aiming, show the security cam as I aimed it and stuff. I mean, it wouldn't be really, it might be cool. But my main goal really is to get it up. So if I can make what video I can on the phone and then upload it, but I won't have anything but a single camera video. I won't have all the fancy stuff I've been trying to do. But since I'm so darn confused, maybe that'd be better for me. And I've already got so much stuff out too, So I think as long as it's not actually raining, I'm going to try to finish setting it up. I think it's still going to work out there where it worked yesterday, so we'll see. Like I said, it's in the garage now. I suppose, bringing it, I guess I could go take it out of the garage and see if it's going to work. Because I don't want to hang it up and then find out that it's not going to work. But my audio's gone too. I didn't just lose. Well, I'm wondering, and it was working. My audio and video was working. I opened the ONVIF and closed it. I wonder if this time it actually did cause a trouble. It usually doesn't. I'm going to turn off. I'm going to kill this stream. Turn off. Let me see. I could turn off OVF on. I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on to see if it's going to work. I don't want to go to all the trouble to hang it up there and then to find out it actually won't work, like just because the weather changed or something, Okay, so I'm going to go, and I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out as I go. I'll either turn it back on for a little while, the stream, and then, on and off again, or I could only try streaming the security camera, forget the rest of the cameras, I could do that. But, so we'll see.